Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is weird. Doctor Strange was an odd movie. The first half of Doctor Strange was really confusing. Marvel fans are gonna love all those fan-servicing, momentum-sapping cameos. Doctor Strange 2 extends no mercy to those who merely seek escapist superhero entertainment, study up, or risk suffering complete disorientation. Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is all over the place. These are some of the reasons why I hate critics. One of the main reasons that I started this channel is exemplified in this next take. Cue various tasty nuggets of dialogue, including "America doesn't have long" and "Is America okay?" Good question. No. That's not what happened. I watched Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness yesterday, and I don't recall anybody asking those questions. Pretty much all of the proceeding is at best gross misunderstanding, and at worst, deliberate misrepresentation. So let's talk about Doctor Strange. This isn't a full review. This is just talking points that I can talk about without actually spoiling anything for anyone. These are just my opinions, and it's not really about whether the movie was good or bad. It's just some observations. Number one, there was action right out of the gate. Oftentimes when Marvel movies come on, there's some type of exposition or some type of fun scene or something like that. No, the stakes of the movie are pretty much shown immediately. Another thing is the last movie that I went to see in theaters and watched the 3D version was, I believe, Iron Man 2. And after I watched that, I made a declaration that I was going to be taking a huge break from 3D movies in the theater. Because of how yesterday played out, I actually ended up watching the 3D one. It happened to be the most convenient one for me to watch. So I did. And I must say, it worked for this movie. I think they did it intentionally with 3D in mind. If you get a choice, I'm not necessarily saying pick 3D first. My first choice would be the IMAX version. Another part of this, Wong is still a badass. Absolutely he is. I'm happy that that continued. And yeah, that's all I can say about that. Another part is you kind of realize Wanda is still a child. Not really, not in age, and definitely not in experience. She's gone through a lot. But you gotta remember that she's still really, really young, and what was taken away from her. That realization came upon me probably in the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie. Another thing about this movie that I've been telling people, and they are surprised when they hear it, this is absolutely a horror film. It's still a Marvel film, still an MCU movie, but it is absolutely a horror film. There are horror elements from the way that the camera moves to the camera cuts to some of the things that happen. People die. Bodies drop. If you are one of those people that see or have the conversations about how many people Batman's actually killed, and you apply real world logic to it to get a number, that's child's play. You don't have to apply any other logic. You don't have to apply anything. It is not implied. Bodies drop in this movie, so there are a lot of deaths. If you like Evil Dead, you'll love the latter part of the movie. It absolutely pays tribute to the Evil Dead style 100%. I don't want to hear that Marvel doesn't let directors be themselves anymore. Not after I just watched this movie. No, I'm not having it. I refuse to believe that to be the case. What seems more likely is a specific director may have wanted to do something that Marvel didn't agree with, and Marvel said no. Yes, at the end of the day, they're going to keep creative control. They're working on a brand. They're building a brand. So yes, they're going to keep creative control. So no, you as a director can't just do anything in the world that you choose to do. No. But after watching this, Nah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it anymore. Another thing that's painfully obvious from some of the reviews that I've seen is that Disney has won. And it's not as though I didn't know that before, but now it's just been solidified. You will go, and not just, this isn't just critics right now, now talking about some fans as well. You will go and continue to go to these MCU movies and continue to complain about the fact that there is prior watching that is necessary for you to fully grasp what's going on. And then when the next movie comes out, you'll go watch it, and then you'll complain about it. And then when the next movie comes out, you might skip it because clearly you're not one that watches all of the movies. But then when that next movie comes out, you'll complain about it again. It is what it is. Disney's won. They have you in a never-ending cycle. I feel sorry for you because you don't seem to be happy there, but it is what it is. Critics, again, with these critiques that I started off the video with, proving my point that you should know what you are watching before you watch it. That's the only way that you can really do what I've been begging with this entire series that people do, is judge something for what it is. Not what you want it to be, not what you thought it might be. Yeah, people have expectations. I'll use me for example. I had very specific expectations for this movie. It pretty much didn't meet any of my expectations, but it wasn't a disappointment for me. It just wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. I didn't really put any of what I wanted it to be into, I didn't factor that in because I'm not privy of the screenwriting process. I have no idea I know what's happened in the comics for a lot of these stories, but I don't know what's gonna happen in the movies because the movies are different. It's crazy to me to see people say that a movie titled Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is weird, is odd, is all over the place. Bro, it's in the title. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. At the end of the day, I liked what the movie did. I liked what the movie has set up. And I like the fan service that we did get in the movie. I appreciate it all. No, the trailers did not spoil everything. There are absolutely more surprises inside of the movie that if you are a hardcore fan, you will absolutely love. If you're less than a hardcore fan, you'll probably still like some of them. You know, you might have some knowledge of, you know, some of the things, some of these cameos and whatnot, and these concepts that pop up. And, you know, if you don't, you can always just look them up. Creators can be as creative as they want to be, and there will always be somewhere that you can go to hear somebody explain it to you if you happen to not get it, if you happen to not understand. But these critics, I think the critics are getting worse, and it's crazy. It's crazy. This movie was not a perfect movie at all, but I'm not here to talk about that because I would really have to get into spoiler territory. The movie just came out. There are a bunch of people who have not gotten a chance to watch it yet, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna mess with that. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness without giving any spoilers. And hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon.